It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday afternoon, March 2nd, 2016. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I am 11 a.m. news and eyes on this Wednesday morning, going into Wednesday afternoon. And our top story is Ted Cruz at a Super Tuesday. The Texas senator had suffered by a string of rough news cycles from losing the battles to Donald Trump and South Carolina to firing as communications director finisher beyond Marco Rubio. A powerful and shallow 7.9 magnitude earthquake struck off of the Indonesian island of Sumatra Wednesday, triggering tsunami warnings that were later canceled. The United Nations Security Council on Wednesday unanimously adopted a resolution that dramatically expands existing U.S. Washington. The U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday heard arguments in a major abortion case focused on whether a Texas law that imposes strict regulations on abortion, doctors and clinic buildings interferes with the constitutional right to a woman. After zipping around the Earth for nearly a year, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly must now get used to living on the planet's surface again. An Islamic State of Iraq and Greater Syria operative had been captured by U.S. Special Forces in Iraq, where questioning will take place at a temporary detention facility. Paris, more than a humanitarian and non-governmental organizations Wednesday accused the local authorities of brutality against migrants and the demolition of a shanty town known as a jungle continuing in the second day. Washington. A piece of debris found along the eastern African coast between Mozambique and Madagascar may be from the tail section of the Malaysian Airlines plane that disappeared 2 years ago, NBC News reported on Wednesday. Brussels. The head of the office of the European Union on Wednesday sought to swiftly push back a proposal earmarked €700 million, 7 to 16 million to humanitarian aid and improve the situation for migrants in need of the shelter. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, a piece of the plane that washed ashore in Mozambique on the east coast of Africa over the weekend could be from missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Seoul, Kim Jong-un visited a factory that has been connected to Pyongyang's missile production. Ripley, New York. Crews worked on Wednesday to clear the side of a 16-car Norfolk Southern freight train derailment that forced the evacuation of western New York homes after ethanol leaked from 2 tankers. Washington. The 2 Republican senators sat together on one cash wall. The Democratic senators sat a few feet away from on another, but the gap between them in the Tuesday's meeting with President Obama in the Oval Office could hardly have been bigger. There were 9 reports of tornadoes on Tuesday, including at least 2 in Alabama, according to the Storm Prediction Center. National Weather Service teams will head to 2 locations to check storm damage and determine whether the tornado did touch down there. San Francisco Sheriff deputies are facing 5 to 10 years in jail for running a fight club, forcing inmates to fight each other for their own entertainment. In Mashpee, Massachusetts, police say a 13-year-old boy has been struck and killed by a vehicle along a Mashpee street. Chief Scott Klein said the boy was struck about 8:30 p.m. Tuesday. He was taken to Cape Cod Hospital in Barnesville, where he died. Lowell, Massachusetts, a Massachusetts man convicted in 2014 of first-degree murder of the 1969 slaying of a 15-year-old boy has been the verdict reduced to the lesser charge of second-degree murder. Englewood-based Sports Authority early Wednesday morning filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Colorado, hoping to reorganize its operation to reduce its $1.1 billion debt, according to documents and an interview with CEO Michael Foss. Tribune publishing information on the new chairman Michael Farrell picked up pace on Wednesday when it announced about sweeping leadership changes across the Chicago-based media company. New York U.S. stocks opened slightly lower as the market gives back some in its big gain for the day before several companies were slipping in early trading Wednesday after delivering disappointing forecasts. Wait, take a look at the stocks there. Okay, let's move on. Scientists have unearthed an early Cambrian fossil that displayed the creature's nervous system, what makes the find significant. The best way to discover the extraterrestrial life might be considered that they could be looking at, for a scientist say. The European Union should focus on enacting rules to meet existing climate targets by 2030 rather than move the stricter goals immediate reaction into a global pollution reduction agreement reached last year, according to the EU regulatory arm. Sao Paulo, disease spread by Aedes aegypti mosquito continued to spread in Brazil as the country reported higher numbers of cases of dengue and further rise in the suspected cases of a birth defect believed to be linked to the mosquito-borne Zika virus. Dying Wednesday may no longer be the only option in keeping gray at bay. Scientists said Tuesday and went an accident and discovered a gene that makes hair lose its luster. Havana, Cuba has been announced Wednesday they detected the first case of Zika virus on the island, would have been one of the last nations in the Western Hemisphere free of the disease. New York, you need to exercise more potential hours next week or the week after. To test your stop procrastinating, your company or sure might soon reward you for a word and fitness advice that track your steps, heart rate, and more. Looking at the stock market today, here down now up 1.19 points at 6866.27. SP 500 at 979.32 up 97 cents and Nasdaq 4,069 1.15 up 1.66 hundred points. Peter Chell News time, 11:06 in the morning time on this Wednesday morning. Time now for sports report. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at the Garden taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Game time, 7:30 p.m. The Boston Bruins beat Doug Hamilton and Calgary Flames 2-1. Zach Rinaldo gets suspended for 5 games, and Jay Crowder has become Mr. Clutch for the Celtics. Lindsey Vonn says season is over after knee injury. Former New York Giants coach Tom Covenant is quietly moving on from the decision that clearly wasn't his first choice. He said he didn't think there were some hard feelings. New York President Obama attends the Tampa Bay Rays exhibition game on Cuba on March 22nd as Ben Rhodes, Deputy National Security Advisor to Communications speech by Twitter News Tuesday. Good Channel News Time is now 11:06 on this Wednesday morning going into Wednesday afternoon, and it is time now for a Trevor Report. Let's study off down and down, where study over down where all the highways and byways in the Ocean State are looking good. Here, out in the Cape, Route 6 on the eastbound side, we got an accident here. On Route 6 on the eastbound side, between 124, Route 137 on the westbound side, and Orange, to expect some delays. On Route 6 on the eastbound side, from 124 to Route 137 in Orange. But otherwise, you're looking good in the Stepford down to Orleans, and 20 is looking good from Bourne to Falmouth. Southeastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side is sold for the Dorchester stretch due to an accident on the Southeast Expressway on the southbound side. Around Morsley Boulevard, so expect some delays. Here, Mass Packet on the westbound side, a little so after the Southeast Expressway in Boston. 93 on the southbound side, the accidents ran in Assembly Square in Somerville, so expect some delays. 120 on the northbound side, a little so both for Route 9 in Wellesley. 120 on the southbound side, accident ran Route 95 in Peabody, so expect some delays. Route 495 on the southbound side is sold for the Lowell stretch from 38 Tewksbury all the way to Route 3 in Lowell. 290 and all the highways in Worcester are looking good. Out in Route 57 eastbound side in Agawam, we get an accident here. In Agawam, just before Route 5, so expect some delays. But otherwise, highways in Springfield and Worcester are looking good. Out in Hartford, I-84 on the westbound side, we got an accident here before Route 2 in East Hartford, so expect some delays on I-84 on the westbound side in East Hartford. I-84 eastbound side also from Denver in the eastbound side, I-84 on the westbound side, slow for the Newtown stretch due to an accident on I-84 eastbound in Newtown. Route 15 on the northbound side of the Wilbercross Parkway get an accident here after Route 15 in Trumbull, Connecticut, so expect some delays. 95 on the west northbound side get an accident in Brentford, so expect some delays at 95 on the southbound side. Down in New York City, FDR driving the northbound side, also from LIA Expressway to Queensboro Bridge. FDR drive also from Harlem to Manhattan, 278 in the eastbound side. It is so from Brooklyn all the way out to Long Island Expressway, 278 to the westbound side, so Long Island Expressway all the way out to 478. Long Island Expressway to the westbound side, so from 678 in Queens all the way out to the Midtown Tunnel. Lincoln Tunnel in the eastbound side, a little so before Manhattan. 90 in the northbound side. It is slow from Lincoln Tunnel all the way up to Western Manhattan. 95 in the southbound side, so from 278 all the way to I-87 in the Bronx. Bronx Neck Bridge in the northbound side, a little slow for Route 95 in the Bronx. 278 on the southbound side, a little slow on Route 95 in the Bronx and 95 northbound side. Up in Albany, it's looking at highways and byways of Albany and vicinity. Highways in Vermont, New Hampshire are looking good, but up in 95 on the northbound side, a little slow from Lincoln all the way up at a Millinocket. But otherwise, 95 is looking from Augusta to Bangor and Lincoln. Main turnback looking from New York to Augusta via Portland, and 295 looking from Portland to Augusta. And looking at MBTA alerts. Subway system is looking good on the Franklin Line train 714, 10:45 a.m. from approach parking stop for 10 to 15 minutes behind schedule due to a mechanical problem. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chell due time is now 11:11 on this Wednesday morning, going into Wednesday afternoon. Time now for a weather report. And the rain has moved out of here. And the latest radar situation here, it shows the last rain showers stretching from Nantucket, stretching in east of Chatham, stretching way off the Massachusetts Bay, and seeing some spotty rain showers on Yarmouth and East Ham and Chatham on the Cape Neons here. Seeing a few patchy rain showers around Cranston, south of Worcester, and Stoughton and around Brockton. Patchy snow flurries from Great Barrier to stretching in North Adams, up Route 7, stretching in the east of Albany, down for southwest of Bennington, Vermont, and seeing some rain, sleet, and snow showers from Dover, New Hampshire, up to Sanford, Maine, around Bedford, Maine. Snow showers east of Laconia, stretching down for Ossipee, and seeing some rain showers from Belfast, stretching all the way up to Holton, Maine. Seeing some sleet showers around Newport, Maine, stretching to Millinocket, Maine, and up south of Pratt County. Seeing some snow from North Central Maine around Moosehead Lake region, stretching of Pratt County and the Caribou. And seeing a lot of rain, sleet, and snow showers east of Rumford and west of Skowhegan. And we're seeing some spotty snow showers from eastern Quebec and patchy snow showers from northwestern Vermont, stretching up into upstate New York and down for western Pennsylvania. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. We have a special weather statement. Strong westerly gusts begin this morning, continue throughout the afternoon and in the wake of a strong cold front sweeping the region this morning, southerly winds will back out of the west, sustained 15-25 miles per gust up to 45 miles by the time of its greatest impact is roughly around 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and such winds have the potential to cause a few down tree limbs and power lines resting in isolated power outages as hazardous traffic conditions are possible, especially for high-profile vehicles. 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, cloudy early, gradual clear with a temperature fall to about 39 degrees by 5 p.m. Rest with about 8 to 16 miles gust size, 32 miles an hour. For tonight, most coast got about 20 degrees. Northwest about 9 to 14 miles gust size, 26 miles an hour. Thursday, sky about 34 degrees. And northwest about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Thursday, slight chance of snow at 3 a.m. Gray skies about 19 degrees. And northwest about 5 miles per hour. And coming in the evening, chance of 20%. Friday, chance of snow, cloudy skies. How about 34, about 23 degrees. And northeast about 7 miles and chance of 55%. Saturday, most of the most skies about 38, about 25 degrees. Sunday, parts of the podcast about 41, about 26 degrees. Monday, most of the podcast about 48, about 34 degrees. And for Tuesday, most of the sky about 57 degrees. Currently in Norton, 53 degrees. Most skies, humidity 74%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, March 2nd, 2016. Peter, we hope you have a good afternoon. Goodbye. See you at 4 o'clock for a 4 o'clock report.